Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Dan from DHTV, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play your PS5 on your iPhone, iPad, or Android phone. I'm also going to show you how to connect the PS5 controller to it and how you can turn your phone into a mobile PlayStation 5 device really easily. Let's get started. So before we begin, you do need to set up a few things. First, you want to make sure you have the phone that you're going to be using for this, your iPhone, Android device, or iPad. If you're using an iPhone, it works exactly the same on the iPad. So I'm just going to demonstrate on the iPhone for this tutorial. Additionally, I have two controllers here. So if you want to play your PlayStation games with a controller and use your iPhone or Android device, you can. I'll talk about these a little bit later. And then obviously you're going to need your PlayStation 5 and you need everything connected to the internet. Once you have everything prepared, power on your PlayStation 5, make sure you have a controller ready, and you want to go to the settings section right there, open that up, and you want to go down to the section that says System, open that, and then scroll down to where it says Remote Play. Now from the Remote Play section, all you're going to do is click on it and enable the Remote Play option. Now, the next step is to download the Remote Play app on your Android device or your iPhone. We're going to start with the iPhone, but if you have an Android device, you can skip to the timestamp on screen so you can set up your Android device with your PlayStation 5. Like I said, we're going to start with the PlayStation 5 and the iPhone. So you want to open the App Store, and you're just going to search down here for PS Remote Play, just like that. It's going to pop up down here. You can open it and then download it. Once it's downloaded, just locate it on your device, tap to open it. It's going to ask you to sign into your PlayStation network. One thing I forgot to mention is you must be signed in on your PlayStation as well for this to work. So we'll tap sign in right here. You can choose to confirm and continue. I usually modify this and I give them limited, and then I tap confirm and continue. This is the instructions on how to pair your controller to your phone, but I'll talk about that at the end of the video. And then you're going to be prompted right here, and it's going to ask you, which do you want to connect to? So if you have a PS4, you can do this as well, but we're going to connect to our PS5 here. So we'll tap that. Again, it's going to prompt you on your PS5 to enable that, but we did that first, so we're already ahead, and we just have to wait a few seconds here for it to connect. I'm speeding this up, but it only took about 20-25 seconds. Now that we have our PlayStation connected here, you can see how it looks on screen. We can use the D-pad here to access anything we need. If we want to go home, we have a little PlayStation button in the middle there as well that we can press, and it'll take us back to our home page. And now we can pretty much just swipe across using our hand, open up games, play them if we want. Very simple, very intuitive, very easy. Now, this is a little bit tedious if you plan to play games like Call of Duty or racing games or anything like that when you have to use digital on-screen sort of controls. You can see how they look right there. So my suggestion is to pair it up with a controller. So the PlayStation 5 controller is the perfect option. Now, pairing the controller to the iPhone, you're going to want to make sure Bluetooth is enabled right there. Then on the PlayStation controller, you're going to press this button, and the PlayStation button at the same time. So it's going to be a little bit tedious, and we're going to do that until we see the light bar. And we're pressing all three. And you can see the light bar is now flashing this blue light. A little bit hard to see on screen, but it is there. Now, while it's flashing, you have about 30 seconds to open your settings application on your iPhone, open the Bluetooth section here, and you want to wait until you see your DualSense wireless controller. Now, if you're using a PlayStation 4, you'll see the DualShock there. You're just going to tap on it, and now it's going to connect, and you'll see it's connected right there. So now all we have to do is go back to our PS Remote Play app, and if you've already connected your PlayStation 5 once, this is how it's going to look. It'll have your PlayStation sort of saved right here. If you have other connections like a PS4 that you connect back and forth, you'll tap other connections, but we're just going to tap on the one we've already set up here. Again, you're going to wait that 20 seconds or so for it to connect. That only took about 5 seconds, but now we can play our PlayStation 5 using the iPhone and with our DualSense controller connected to it, controlling everything through the controller. Additionally, if you play App Store games that have controller support, like Minecraft right here, you can use the PlayStation 5 controller as well. Now, if you really want to take your gaming experience to the next level, a device like this is amazing. You basically just insert your phone into here, connect it the same way, and now you can just use this controller. If you want to pick one of these up, there's a link in the description for that. I also did a video, so if you want to watch that, you can. All right, now for those of you who are using Android devices, this section I'm going to show you how to play your PS5 on your Android phone, and it's pretty simple as well. So first, you're going to open up the Play Store right here, and you're going to search for the PS Remote Play app. So you want to install that on your phone first, and once it's installed, just locate it on your screen here, and then just tap to open it up. Now, the first time you open the app, it's going to prompt you like this to decide if you want to connect your PS5 or your PS4. So you can do this for both, but we're using the PS5, so we're going to tap on that. It's going to prompt you again, just like what we did earlier, to make sure that the remote play option is enabled on your PlayStation. We did that. We're ahead of the game here, so we can just wait. And usually the first connection takes about 25 seconds or so. I'll speed it up. And just like that, we're now connected to our PlayStation 5, and we can use the on-screen controls here. There's a D-pad on the left. You have your triangle, square, X, circle buttons, even your R1 and R2s up there. But it is a little bit tedious and difficult to play a lot of games when you're on the screen like this. So what I would do is connect it up with your PlayStation 5 controller, or even a mobile controller like this here that will take your gaming experience to another level. You basically just insert your phone into here, connect it the same way, and now you can just use this controller. If you want to pick one of these up for your Android device, there's a link in the description for that. I also did a video, so if you want to watch that, you can. But for most of us, the easiest way would be to just use one of these little stands and then just pairing your PlayStation 5 controller to this. So to connect the controller, first thing, make sure that you have Bluetooth on your Android device. And then you just want to take your PlayStation 5 controller, press this button, and the PlayStation button all simultaneously at the same time. A little bit tedious, and you want to wait until you see a flashing blue light, so we'll press all three. Okay, took a few seconds there, but you can see the blue light is flashing. Now with that flashing, we have a few seconds here, about 30 seconds. We're just going to open up our Bluetooth options here, and we're going to tap Pair New Device. You'll see the DualSense wireless controller will appear there. We'll tap on it, and we're just going to tap Pair. Now that we've paired that, we can go back and open up our PlayStation Remote Play app here. This time, because we've already paired our PlayStation once, it remembers our PlayStation 5, so we can just tap there. But if you wanted to pair another PlayStation or PS4, you would tap Other Connections. We're going to use the one that we've already set up here. And this time it should connect a lot faster. Very quick right there. Now, some Android devices, when you flip them, you see how it's not flipping? There's a little button down here. You got to tap on that, and it does that, and it flips it for you. But basically now you have full access with your PlayStation controller here to access all your games, any features, and even play them exactly like you would on your PlayStation 5, but now using your Android device. Now, at any time, if you want to pair your PlayStation 5 controller back with your PlayStation, the simplest way is to take the USB cable and then just plug it back to your controller and then the other end to your PlayStation. You can see right here what happens. And just press on the PlayStation button in the middle. And as soon as you do that, you can then remove the cable and you're fully paired up with your PlayStation 5, just like that. Now, a couple things to consider. Your PlayStation does have to be on or in rest mode to be able to connect. If your PlayStation is turned off at any time, you'll have to power it on manually with the button on the PlayStation. So if you're planning to keep your phone in your room, just make sure to put your PlayStation in rest mode next time. That way it plays on your phone. Also, you can use the TV while you're playing on your phone remotely. It doesn't have to be on. It could be off. Other people can watch TV, they can watch Netflix, whatever they want on other inputs of the TV, and you can still play on your phone. But that's how you connect and play your PlayStation 5 on your Android device, your iPhone, or your iPad. If you have any questions or ran into any trouble, feel free to ask in the comments below. I'm happy to help you out. And if this video was helpful or enjoyable, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and click the bell notification box so you're notified right when I post those videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.